Hi, welcome back. My name is Miss Cooley. I am a board member with the New Jersey Literacy Association. I'm also a teacher in Hillside, New Jersey at George Washington School. I do want to take a moment to say hi to all the Hillside students. I miss you all and can't wait to see you again. I also want to say hello to some special friends in Union and also three special friends in Metuchen. A special shout out to Hajar, a third grader in Hillside, who participated in our Earth Day program last month with Dr. Ken. So she participated in the activity. She sent a beautiful picture in, and we sent out some seeds to her. And I found out that last week that she, from her mom, that she actually planted her seeds last week with her dad. So there's going to be some nice flowers sprouting soon in Hillside. So I just want to give her a special shout out. Very happy for her. And I'm here today to read another story to you. I'm very excited about the story that I'm going to read to you today. But first, I want to share an affirmation to you. We like to start off with some positive words of encouragement, something that you can carry with you throughout the day to help you be positive in your actions and your thoughts throughout the day and maybe throughout the week, the month, and beyond. But this affirmation says, and read with me, please. My mistakes help me learn and grow. Ah, let's try that again. My mistakes help me learn and grow. So I want you to say that to yourself, share it with your parents, with a sibling or a friend, and just remember it's okay to make mistakes. None of us are perfect. I make them too. But when we make them, we apologize if maybe our mistake affected someone else or hurt someone else, but we find ways to fix it. And the next time we come across the same situation, we just don't do it again because we learn from it and we're able to grow. This story, I love this story. This story is called Not Norman, and it's about a boy who receives, he asks for a gift. He receives a gift, but it's not the gift that he really wanted. Um, who here likes gifts? So let me tell you about a little story about me. Don't tell anybody else. So I received a gift last year from a friend. This is the gift I received. Do you know what that is? So I received this gift, and when I received it, I thought, I don't need that. What am I going to do with it? Maybe I'll give it to someone else. So I got the gift and I actually left it in the glove compartment of my car. So I got it last year around this time. It was May. So a few months later, in August, the AC was broken for some reason in my car, and it was really, really hot. I mean, like triple digits almost. August in New Jersey, really hot. And then I remembered I had this gift that I supposedly didn't want. So on this hot day, I was able to, yes, in the car, pull myself off, and then I immediately felt what? Ashamed of myself because I didn't want the gift. But now the gift turned out to be very valuable to me. So I had to thank my friend again for the gift. Don't tell her. She might hear the story, but maybe she won't know it's her. So, anyway, I also want to thank Scholastic Publishers for giving me permission to read this story to you today. And the author is Kelly Bennett. The illustrator is Noah Z. Jones. This illustrator, very talented. I can barely make stick people. So I'm going to read the story to you, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I have enjoyed it. Let's see. So I did tell you that he's going to receive a gift that he doesn't really want. Wait till you see. Oh, and Not Norman is a goldfish story. So I guess from the picture, you know that the gift that he receives is a pet. A pet what? Yes, goldfish. So let's see. When I got Norman, I didn't want to keep him. I wanted a different kind of pet, not Norman. So from the pictures, I see that he received this gift. Was it Christmas? Was it Hanukkah? Oh, yes, you're right. His birthday, because I see the cake and the balloons and the hats. You're right. His birthday. His parents also gave him a book that says Your Fish and You, because he wanted to make sure that he knew how to take care of his new pet. I wanted a pet who could run and catch, or one who could climb trees and chase strings. A soft, furry pet to sleep on my bed at night, not Norman. All Norman does is swim around and 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 around. Whew. Now, when he was thinking about this pet that could run and catch, what kind of pet was he thinking about? Yes, a dog. And then he says one that would climb trees and chase strings. What pet do we know that? No, not a hamster. They climb trees and chase strings. Strings like yarn. Yes, a cat. And they both are furry. They can sleep on your bed. So absolutely. And if you look in the picture, he was actually watching someone in a park playing with the cat and their dog. This is it, Norman, I decide. I'm trading you for a good pet. Norman doesn't move. Not even a fin twitches. How can I trade him like this? No one will want a sorry looking fish in a gunky bowl. When I drop Norman into his nice clean bowl, he starts dipping and flipping and flapping his fins around. He looks so goofy that I have to laugh. Don't think that just because you made me laugh, I'm going to keep you, I tell him. Tomorrow, you're out of here. Norman blows a stream full of bubbles. I wonder what you would do if you received a pet fish and you really didn't want one. The next day, I take Norman to school with me. If I talk him up real good during show and tell, maybe someone will want him. On the way there, we see my friend Austin. Austin has a real cool dog and 7 puppies. Want to swap one of your pups for Norman, I ask? Who's Norman, asks Austin. My goldfish, I say. By the time I rescue Norman, half his water is gone. What does he mean rescue? So let's think. His friend has a dog and some puppies, and look where Norman is. And what do dogs do when they see a bowl of water? Yes, they like to drink. So maybe that wasn't such a good idea to have him close to all these puppies and the dog. I'm sorry, I tell Norman when we get to school. I'm really sorry. He just stares at me all googly-eyed. Finally, it's my turn to show and tell. Just as I start to talk about goldfish, Emily shouts, Jenny's gone! Who let my snake loose? Uh-oh. So there he is refilling the bowl. And there they are worried about the snake. Does anybody hear the story of how I got Norman? Does anyone even ask to hold his bowl? No. They're all jumping and screaming and chasing the what? Yes, the snake. Not Norman. He's looking right at me. Thanks for listening, I tell him. Uh-oh. That teacher kind of looks like me. I think I might run too. That afternoon, we go to my music lesson. As soon as it's over, I'm taking Norman back to the pet store. He has a plan. I take out my tuba and I begin to play. I glance over at Norman. He's swaying back and forth. Gluk, 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 he mouths. Look, Norman's singing, I say. Pay attention, snaps Maestro. Now, Maestro is the music teacher who's directing. And try to play the proper notes. There's Maestro. Now, what are you thinking right about now? Do you think that he's actually still going to give Norman away? Do you think maybe someone else will want him? Like, what are you thinking? Okay, some differences of opinion. All right, let's see. Maestro makes me stay for extra practice. By the time the lesson is over, it's too late to go to the pet store. Don't think that just because you like my music, I'm going to keep you, I tell Norman. Let's just glugs. Kind of late now. That night, I'm sound asleep. Screech, screech. What's that noise? Scratch, screech, screech. Yikes, there's something at the window. Then out of the corner of my eye, I spot. Let's see, spot. Okay, this is not a scary story, so don't worry. Norman, he isn't scared. He isn't swimming around in circles either. He glugs and gives me a little wave. I'm not alone. Together, Norman and I slide open the curtains. It was just a broken branch. Thanks for watching out for me, Norman. On Saturday, I take Norman to the pet store, just like I said I would. I look at the cats and dogs and snakes and birds. I look at the hamsters and mice and lizards too. They all look like good pets, but they are not Norman. When I got Norman, I wasn't sure I wanted to keep him. But now, even if I could pick any pet in the whole world, I wouldn't trade him. Not Norman. And he makes a sign that says, Norman is one amazing fish. Not a bad story, right? I told you were going to like this story. I absolutely love the story. Now, I've got a couple of questions for you because I want to see if you were really thinking as I was reading along this story. First question is, what lesson did the character learn in this story? What lesson did this character learn in the story? Hands? Ah, okay. And we as okay, and you're both in agreement. So what they said was, I'll repeat what they said. They said the lesson that the character learned in the story, that sometimes you receive a gift, in this case a pet, and you think it's something that you don't want, but later you find out that it is something of value. You learn to appreciate it later, just like I did with my fan, right? We both learned a lesson. What lesson could you learn from this story? Anything you could learn, not necessarily about a pet? Okay. All right. Yes. So, absolutely. A lesson that you could learn from this story is that sometimes things are not what we think in the beginning or as they seem in the beginning, and we just give it a chance. So we give things a chance. Yes? Very good. So I have a little favor. I want you guys to send me a picture. I want you to draw a nice picture for me because you all are amazing artists. I've seen some of the artwork that has come in. I've peeped in some classrooms. I know you guys can draw. But send me a picture of you with your pet. Just a picture of you and your pet. And if you don't have a pet, what could you do? Send me a picture of you and your favorite animal or a pet that you would like to have. But just send me a picture and have your parents email it to this address, to njliteracy@gmail.com, njliteracy@gmail.com. I want to thank you for spending time with me here today and listening to the story. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I will see you next time around. Be good, be safe, wash your hands often, and listen to your parents, okay? All right, bye-bye.